Hello everybody, how are you today? We are on this is a stream. We're on, what day is it today? 15th of May 2023. I want to rewrite some of the documentation for this here at ASP.NET Core middleware application. Now this middleware application, we've been working on it over the last couple of streams, so if you haven't caught those, I'll give you a quick 411 on it. Essentially, this is a middleware that you can drag into an ASP.NET Core application, and it will add OWASP recommended security headers. The way that it does this is out of scope of this particular stream. There have been a couple of other streams. If you look back through the playlist this is in, if you're watching it on VOD on YouTube, then look through the playlist this is in, and it will show you how this works. We will talk about how it works as well, but at the moment we're not going to do that just yet. So the reason that I'm rewriting the README for this, the documentation for this, because if I scroll down, it's not actually that great, right? And actually it's caught a failing release, which is, it's not a failing release. That's weirdness about this flag. We get rid of all of this, because like if I'm hitting this and the support, right? If I'm hitting this project completely brand new, then I don't need to see any of this. Double check there's no pull requests. Fantastic, right? I don't need to see any of this in order to learn how to use it, right? All of this, none of this tells me how to use it. There it is, right? If you have a look, I'm almost halfway down the page. Now, granted, part of that is like that much of it is the file tree, but even so, that's quite far down just to learn how to use it, right? And even so, that's way too much information. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut that all back, put it right to the quick. So what we're going to do is we'll do that, but first I want to talk to you about what we're listening to. So let me just go and double check. There we go. So we are again listening to some Chill Hop, because Chill Hop is amazing, and we are listening to the Chill Hop Beat Tapes Alum Iversum X Blue, which you can get for €4. I'm not affiliated with Chill Hop in any way other than the fact that they know that my Twitch and YouTube account exists, so they won't get me with a copyright strike for this. Pro tip, if you are a streamer and you're doing development stuff and you want to catch some music in the background, there's a process for signing up for Chill Hop to allow their music in the background. Anyway, right, now that we've covered that, let's talk about this. So what we're going to do is we are going to take a branch of this, and then we're going to work on writing some documentation. Now, the way that I tend to write documentation is in VS Code, but everybody's different, right? Let's just make sure that the chat is definitely appearing. Yep, it's definitely there. Okay, cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to do git pull, make sure we've got the latest version. Okay, we're also going to there's a really long complicated reason, but actually this exists on my other user. So we'll just quickly load that up. Is this synchronized? It is not synchronized. Okay, so the reason for this, I'll go into this now because I keep saying that I'd go into it. Essentially, I started this project as my Gaprogman user. That is my personal user account. That is just like stuff that I do. And then there is my Jamie Taylor RJJ account. This is my effectively my open source work account. I could work directly in the Gaprogman one, but I want contributions to be appearing from this account, so that's why I'm doing it. So because of that, do this properly. So because of that, my Jamie Taylor RJJ account has forked the OwaspHeaders.Core from the Gaprogman account. So every time that I make a pull request here in the Jamie Taylor one and it gets accepted because it's me, I then need to synchronize this fork to make sure that it is up to date. And as you can see, we've got some more stuff. I am still upset at the fact that my main branch in this is called master. We will fix that. It is next on my list of things to do after we've done the documentation. So we're going to do documentation first. The first thing we need to do is create a feature branch, feature, and we call it better documentation. Right, cool. Cool. So we got this new branch called feature documentation. I'm going to call into VS Code for this, because what we need to do is code. Right. Two things we're going to do. I'm going to come out of full screen so you can actually see the file browser on the left. It's going to make it a little bit harder for me to rationalize doing this, but it's fine. I don't mind doing it. I'm actually going to create a new README called NuGet. Get NuGet.md. README NuGet.md. Right. OWASP edit. OWASP headers. The reason I'm doing this is because if you actually go to the NuGet page for this, I've set it up so that it pulls the README in. Okay? So if you go scroll down past these versions, click on the README, it's pulling the README in. What I want is a README specifically for both the NuGet page and for when you're working in Visual Studio or any other place, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to go and an ASP.NET Core middleware. I'll look at this screen actually. For injecting OWASP recommended TTP headers for increased security. Whoops. Security. Cool. So what we need to do is somewhere down here. Do that, and then we're actually going to go OWASP secure headers. There's a secure headers project, and that's what this is based on. So we'll go to the secure headers project page. Even their thing is failing. Oh well. Right. Recommended. This project is. Oh gosh. Oh dear. There we go. Sorry everyone. This project is designed against the OWASP secure headers project. Yep, that way when we go preview, fantastic, we've got that. We'll let preview, don't need it. Cool. And then we need a quick start. Quick start. One. Create a .NET framework for 5+ project, which is ASP.NET Core. Dash. Did he want me to put a capital B then? I think it did. Let's start again. Yes, it wanted a capital B. Fair enough. Okay. .NET new web API dash name example project. Yeah, that's going to add it with a 1, isn't it? Be silly. I'll look into how to fix that later. Add a reference. OWASP headers.core NuGet package. Example. And I'm just going to copy this command here. The startup free program post class to include the following. Knowing it doesn't autocomplete on that, but that's fine. Then I'm just going to copy paste this. So we want to do, no, we're not going to copy paste from there. It's from the actual example. Yes, yes. If I go to the preview there, it's all going to be one line. I don't. No, I'm sure that will be cool. Okay, cool. This will add a number of defaults to your project. Default headers. The headers. Default headers to all responses from your server component. There we go, that will do, I think. Right. So then what does this produce? Let's run this and see what it produces. So we've got terminal. Can I have a new terminal, please? Terminal. New terminal. Oh, alright. Terminal, new terminal. Gosh, that was difficult, wasn't it? CD, example. And we're going to go .NET run. That's going to do its thing. And over here we're going to go localhost. I'm going to guess it's 7001. Excellent. I'm going to do raw data. That will have to do. It is an array, but it's fine. Why don't I do F12? See what it looks like in the network tab. Doesn't matter about the fav icon, it's fine. Yeah. So can I copy these headers? You're going to be weird, aren't you? You're going to scroll way too far. I wonder if I can copy the response headers. Click copy response headers. Awesome, you can. Brilliant. Okay. Paste that in there. We're going to go following is an example of response headers from version 6. Version is this. Blacks don't need it. Screenshot source. Core version 6.0.2. Taken on May 15th. 2023. This might still be too much information, but so what I want to do is I want to cut this down to just the things that it adds. So server Kestrel, it should be doing that hide server, shouldn't it? I have to double check that. I think the hide server one isn't working. Fine. Cache control age, private, quick transport security, max age, X-frame, protections, policy. Cool. Right. The above example contains headers. Yeah. Cool. That Kestrel one shouldn't be there or anything. Let's have a look. Nope, wrong button. I'm going to close these for now because I think I've just found another bug. Build default configuration. Go to. Remove powered by. Ah, right, so it's not the powered by header, is it? Powered by header. Need to remove server header as well. Yeah, server header name, right, hang on. Weird. I need to do this in Rider. Need to run that secure headers middleware.cs line 8 something or other. Let's go into Rider where I have slightly better debug controls. I think I found this bug here. Explorer. Open that. Which file is it? Go ahead as middleware invoke async. So that one. I don't know whether you can hear it, but the fan in this laptop is going quite loud. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Take a sip whilst this builds. Oh no, I can't show you the page. Right, our breakpoint didn't get hit. Why did our breakpoint get hit? Presumably... yeah, because it gets hit on start, I guess? Interesting. Okay, so let's do a test for this. I want to see what happens with it. The cache control headers regression tests. Yeah, let's just run this one. See what happens. Let's just still run it. So stop it. Debug this test. Can I debug the test? I'm sure I can. Click debug. Excellent. Okay, F10 over that. We should hit this one. Right, so we need to take this regression test, add stuff to it. So it says this test exercises is the remove X powered by header and it when set to true, neither the powered by or server needs to be headers. Oh, I've done it again. Full screen, come back out. There we go. HTTP headers should be present in a response. Right. Or I changed that. Get rid of this. I want to change builder dot remove powered by header. Okay. Oh, right. Oh, hang on. Show me all of its... Show me everywhere. Just do that. Simpler. Oh, I've got a test here that should... Interesting. So this remove powered by header. Alright, so this one should fail. Right, this test is not even going to build. So let's just get rid of that, because we need to get rid of this to be able to build the thing. So comment that out. Then we're going to go debug. So this should... Work by there. Okay, so F10 on that. Remove powered by header should be true. Excellent. Remove. Removed it. It said it was true. So what does this come out as? Context of response to headers. The header dictionary, give me the raw. Hasn't got any. So it is removing them. It's then still present in the... Oh well, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I will come back to this test later. Right, okay. Go back to Visual Studio Code. So this... What's that? Doesn't matter about any of these. Close all of these. Close all. Right. So let's take a look. The Readme NuGet. So what does this read like? This is... For example, create that and add that. Yeah, this needs to be. Alright. App.use that. Go ahead and mention stop build configuration. Let's have a look, see how that will look. Fantastic. That's easy to read. Brilliant. What's wrong with? Wanted one of them. Fine. I don't want it to be bash. There we go. That'll shut it up. It's still working. Fantastic. The above example contains only the headers. Right. Okay. Please put please note. Cool. Please note. Okay. Source code repo. The source code for this you get which can be found at, and then I put the full URL wrapped inside of one of those and one of those. Cool. Issues and bugs. Please raise any issues, bugs, the above mentioned source code repo. Cool. Right, so then what I'm going to do now, change to this, include readme NuGet. Absolutely, that's what I wanted, for you to go to that plugin. Fantastic. Right, get rid of this one. .NET Pack. ReadMeMD does not exist in package. There is no readme.md. Readme.NuGet. Right, let's try this again. Look, it's got a capital G. I'll have to rename it in a minute, but that's fine because it says nugget. I wanted to say nougat. Cool, right? Capital J. Capital J. Capital J. Right. We save everything we didn't. Let's save that. Rebuild. And then here. You get back it again. Project thing has been which project? Right, I think. Yeah, nope. Oh, because we don't want an example. .NET. Let's get rid of that error. I will talk about that warning in a moment. Right, this warning here, we're saying that one of the projects, this example project, cannot be packaged because it is packable, is not set to true. That is intentional. There we go, we got there eventually. That is intentional because this is meant to be an example you can run when you pull down the code to make sure that it runs on your machine. So I'll need to make that obvious in the actual README. So now that we've done that, we need to, oh gosh, that's way out of date. Right, 6.0.3. Before we make any changes, that needs to be 6.0.3. Copy, save, and ASP.NET Core. 6.0.3. ASP.NET Core middleware, fantastic. Okay. So what we're going to do is going to put this one, because I like using this one, git status. Cool. Git add. We're not going to add everything. We're going to go source, add all of those. Git status. Git readme. NuGet. I've typed GTI. Apparently, I'm interacting with a Golf, VW Golf. But there you go. Git status. What we got? Oh, git commit message. I've slowly gotten used to using my Mac Air, which is why I keep hitting function instead of control. Why I just did the @ symbol instead of quotes. So added NuGet specific documentation. Did it again. GTI commit VW Golf. There we go. Git commit git Gosh. Oh, I need to update my version of Git, I think. Apparently I've not got the latest version. There we go. Push that. Fantastic. If we go back here, there's now a... Yep, we can already do the comparable request. Have I put... No, okay. Right. Rationale for this PR. I always like to write PR messages, even if the PR messages are for myself, because it's a working history of your repo. So in this here, I'm writing a history for people who come after me. Right? So this PR adds the NuGet specific readme file that will be displayed. Which will be displayed? I'm going to say which. Nope, that will. I've probably got that wrong. There's probably someone out there who does better grammar than me, but they go, that will be displayed on the NuGet listing for this package. It contains only a quick start. It contains a quick start guide. That should perhaps be 2 words. Quick start guide, doesn't matter. Where the repo exists, where to report bugs and issues. Cool. So we'll go ahead and create that. I won't have it accepted just yet, so go ahead and create that pull request. Fantastic. What I also need to do is in here, if I go back here and I preview, I go back here and go back to this. Yeah. Then I open the readme NuGet. It's probably going to be step 1, step 1, step 1, step 1. So what I need to do is I need to explicitly mark down set number. One, two, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, yep, I know what I've done. Right. If I go back here, get rid of all of this so I can just see what's going on. Step 1 is fine. This needs to explicitly be step 2. Step 2. This needs to explicitly be step 3. Visual Studio start complaining at me now because you've got loads of spaces here. So copy that space. But what it's complaining about is, oh, you've explicitly started. Yeah. Okay, let's go to here. You've explicitly started. Yeah, the OL prefix. So you've explicitly started step numbers and you haven't told me what they should be. So I'm going to do that. Then in here, we're going to go git status, git add new readme, git commit message, fixed numbers on git readme file, git push, and that alters my that 1, 2, 3. Fantastic. If I go back to my pull request, there are none from here, but nope, we'll stay in this one. We'll go back to my pull request. This has now updated the readme. It's going to run to completion. So this is going to do some I have done that, but that's not a problem. This is going to do some building. Sorry, I shouldn't have down the mic there. It's going to do some building and some formatting and stuff. Fantastic, so it's working its way through. And it should finish building some stuff in a moment. So bear with me a second, folks. I will be right back. Sorry about that all. Okay, so yeah, so it's running through the tests that it has, and it's going to package everything up. And then it shouldn't upload because this is... Did it do the upload? Interesting. Shouldn't have done that until I accepted the pull request, but okay. We'll need to, there's no conflicts. Okay, cool. So how do I, files changed. I'm going to approve of these changes. I approve this message. Oh, right. That's fine. Okay, bear with me a second, folks. Go open the GitHub thing in the other window. Sorry about that, everyone. Okay, so we've got this open. Bear with me, I'm just approving a merging, and this window should update automatically. It says it's been merged. Fantastic. Okay. The action now. That's important. I'm a little weirded out that this one did a push. Shouldn't have done a push. I have to check the action for that. Whilst that's working, let's go check the action. So we're going to go to GitHub, we're going to go to .NET. No, it's in there. Oh, okay, sure, right, I've confused some stuff. Right, okay, so the upload artifact in this, which was the pull request, actually just creates a NuGet package that we can download from here. The idea is that you push it up and then someone else can grab that and run it on their machine. That's right. That's right. Cool. So this pull request is completed. Let's have a look at the actions. So we did push NuGet package. Fantastic. So at some point in the next few minutes, okay, so this is showing the old README. That's fine. In the next few minutes, at some point, this will tick over to 6.0.3. We'll stick around until that happens. That's pretty cool. Whoops, that's me. We don't want to go to me. We want to go to that one. Cool. We'll also tidy up this test. Actually, let's see if we can run this test. I want to see this working because okay. I'll talk you through what happened. Run this example. It's going to take a moment. Your solution contains these things. Okay, fantastic. Run that. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I have a package with a vulnerability, and we'll go into that in a moment. Right. Okay. So if you can see here. Interesting. Okay. Strict transport security, X frames. Okay, let's go back to normal. Let's go F12. Network. Look at this. Server Kestrel. That shouldn't even be showing. Server Kestrel. Unless this is pulling an old version of it. Let's have a look. Yes, branch. Nope, it's actually pulling that version of it right there. Alright. Let's go. We've still got that breakpoint there. Go gadget breakpoint. Stop that. Change where it launches. Empty. That way we can actually see. Okay, that's because I ran it. I didn't debug it. I don't think this is going to work, but let's find out what happens. Yeah, no. Ah, here we go. Powered by header is evaluated to true. Remove. There you go. Now then, hit F12 on here. Rerun that. Do this. What in the actual heck? Server Kestrel. Server name, what's that? tries to remove the server name. Interesting. I think something else is re-adding the Kestrel in. I don't know what it could be. Okay. ASP.NET Core server header added back in. Interesting. You explicitly have to tell it. Not add the server. So I'm going to say ASP.NET Core 6. Nope, that's in C# 6. Well done. Right, hang on. Minus 3.1. Minus 2.0. I don't want to use a web config. Interesting. David Fowler is the man. No, that's about when putting with things in a controller. Interesting. Okay. ASP.NET Core remove server header. 2.0, 2.1, 3.1. Yes, I've put a forward slash. Okay, so for those of you who don't know about this is something from the old days of Google. If you want to exclude something, you put a hyphen in front of it. 7 days ago. I don't want to do it in AI. There's no way this was written 7 days ago. It was written 7 days ago. Yeah, look. The direct building what to do globally for all requests. You have to do it in the web config. Oh, that's dreadful. Removing the header from middleware doesn't work. I don't want to belabor the point, but since this issue has gone through a number of changes since earlier versions of ASP.NET Core, I want to take a moment and discuss some other approaches that don't work and why. Removing the header via middleware. Although you can use response.headers or the generic middleware to add and remove headers, the server header can't be removed this way because it's added by IIS itself, very late in the IIS processing pipeline. Therefore, you can't remove it from ASP.NET Core as far as I know. Can't do it in Kestrel because it's in okay. Okay, that's annoying. Also weird that it doesn't get displayed there. Happening in my controller. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Okay, right. I understand now. Fully get it now. Right, okay. So, when your app runs, when your ASP.NET Core app runs, it needs something to host it. Kestrel is a reverse proxy for cross-platform apps. IIS is a reverse proxy written by Microsoft that's hosted on Windows servers. Nginx is a reverse server. Yet another reverse proxy. YARP is another reverse proxy server. That will add a server tag. Unless you tell it not to, that will add a server tag. And so we can't force that to be removed because it's added outside of our app. So if you could imagine, you've got our app that is running and our middleware can talk to this app. Outside of that is a reverse proxy. When our request comes in, gets handled by the reverse proxy, which is then passed to the app. The app does its thing, removes headers, adds headers, then it goes back out to the reverse proxy. The reverse proxy then adds some stuff, including headers, and sends that out. What's happening here is we're getting, if I go over here and I go inspect, and I do a refresh on here, skip all of that, go to network and hit this one, we're getting server Kestrel, because Kestrel, which sits outside of our app, somewhere we can't control, adding that in. The only way to remove that is to add a web.config and to explicitly remove it from there. That's out of scope of this app. So what I need to do is I need to write that up in my let's do this in my readme. So let's go let's see what the status of everything is. Git reset -- hard git status. Cool. So we're back to normal. Okay. What I might do is write the documentation in. Readme NuGet. No, we'll go to the standard read. Interesting, it's added it. Huh. Go here. Ah, because it's mentioned there. Right, okay. Cool. That's not a problem. So what we'll do, we'll close all of these. All tabs. Yep. And we will go back to Visual Studio Code. Okay. Whoops. Code. Yeah. So here. Done it again. You'll see that? You can. Okay. Server header. This middleware attempts to remove the this middleware removes the powered by default when in the default configuration for this middleware. There we go. The default configuration for this middleware removes the powered by header. Is that what it's called? I think that's what it's called. Powered by X-powered by header. Removes the X-powered by header. This can give away infrastructure secrets. This can allow malicious users to this can help malicious users to use targeted attacks for specific server infrastructure. However, since the I'm going to put that in backticks. A reverse proxy by the reverse proxy when hosting an ESP application, removing this header out of scope for this middleware. In order to remove this header, you need a web.config file is required, and the oh gosh, web.config remove header. Yeah, it's going to be this, but it's not going to be. Okay. Is that in? It's not X powered by, it's server. I believe that's it. Web.config server. There we go. Oh, it's called request filter and remove. Okay. I'm not going to touch SolarWinds for obvious reasons. you don't know what those obvious reasons are, then I will, and I'm going to attribute this as well. So we're going to go like this. There we go. The above XML is taken from. Copy this answer server fault. Yeah. Cool. .config. Okay. Cool. Sure. The web.config file will need to be copied to output. Copied to the server when the copied to this to the server when the application is deployed. Cool. Save that. I'm going to take this. Put it into the Readme as well. I'm going to put it down the bottom. And we've got it in two places. Git status. We're still locally on this branch, but that's fine. Git add those. Git commit. Added section to Readme about. Readme is plural. About server header. Do a git push. And then what I can do. Oh, actually, what I need to do if I'm going to do that is up these version numbers. 0.3. What is using Semver? Have a look. Do you know what? Doesn't matter. 0.4. In a later version of this, I'm going to pull this information that's in the new spec from the CS branch, but it will doesn't matter. Git add everything. Git commit version bump. Git push that. My branch. Better documentation. 2 commits ahead, 1 commit behind. How have I ended up commits ahead and behind? Cool. Without plural. It's thinking about creating a pull request, isn't it? There we go. Yeah. Okay, so it's doing its thing. Doesn't matter about the description for that one. I know I said earlier I like to provide a history for them who come after me, but it doesn't matter. I mean, I feel like if I went into more detail about that, then that would be rather silly. So, right, we're going to add that. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some time to rewrite the, a little bit of time today to rewrite the Readme, main Readme. Just going to, on my other machine, check my Slack messages, make sure I don't have anything sitting here that requires my attention directly. Doesn't look like it. Fantastic. Okay. This is doing its thing. Code formatting is complete because I haven't changed any code. Fantastic. It's going to then build. I wonder if I should include the markdown linter. Because you can include a markdown linter that will lint your markdown. You can do that. I may not bother. We'll find out. I feel like rewriting the entirety of the documentation is going to be non-trivial, but what I want to do is I want to make sure that people can actually understand how to use this, so that when they pull it down, they know, if they pull the repo, they know exactly which versions of stuff they need to install to be able to build it, and how to add it to their application. So what I need to do is, whilst this is building, is strip this all the way down. Right, there's some stuff in here we don't need. We can keep the build and release status, that's fine, the changelog fine, license fine. We can maybe put this lot in a table, right? I'm going to get rid of the support, get rid of the code triage, keep the code of conduct, keep the PRs welcome, and then this lot is going to drastically change. Like there's like configuration in version 2. We're now on version 6. We don't need this, so this can now go, right? And then how to test it. So right, so first off, yep, that's done, right? Merge that, pull request, confirm that. Whilst that's happening, if I refresh this, we now have, look at this, so much better, so much better. Fantastic. So the README is so much better. So if you go to nuget.org and search for OwaspHeaders.Core, you get a much better README now. I'm happy with that. Fantastic. Right, this is doing its thing. This has done its thing. Go all the way back to, keep going back, there we go. This is now way out of sync. Update that. Fantastic. I'm then going to go get checkout. I hate that it's called master. But get pull. Cool. Get checkout. Feature. Better documentation. Get merge master. Cool. Get status. So what I did there was I changed your branch is ahead of that documentation by 2. I wonder if there's a quick way to remove all of the local branches. Branch, delete, feature, better documentation, changelog, fantastic, git branch. So what I tried to do is I tried to merge my local master branch . So I tried to merge my local master branch into that pre-existing documentation branch. It didn't work. Cool. So we're already up to date. Let's just check here. Are we already up to date here? Looks like we are. Yep, we're already up to date. So one more git pull. I've been bitten by this loads of times before. Git branch. No, checkout. B. So that's git checkout branch. Feature main readme rewrite. So this is more of a reformat, but it doesn't matter. So we're now in that branch. Fantastic. So what we need is a markdown table. So we're going to go pipe build status, pipe release status, pipe change log, pipe license used. Now 2 of these things we don't need, but I will add them anyway. And I've put with a C. Apparently license is with an S. I don't know why I always think it's a C. I just do. Right, grab this. Let's blob it in there. Grab this. Blob it in there. Grab this. Put it in there. It's going to look weird because it's going to be 3 badges and a link, but it doesn't matter. Put that there. Then we go preview. Boom, 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 boom. Sorted. Get rid of those. That saves us 4 lines. We're going to get rid of all of these. And actually, what we're going to do is we're going to take that changelog. This is going to complain at me for a second. Changelog. I'm going to do code of conduct. Take this changelog here. Whoops. Paste it there, and then do code of conduct.md. That way you can see at a glance what this project is all about. Get rid of the code of conduct. I've actually copy pasted from the wrong thing. Oh no, I've broken my table. How have I broken my table? Oh yeah. Look at that. It's in the table now. Fantastic. Okay. PRs are welcome. NuGet package. Right, so we no longer need that description or the development logs. We don't need the NuGet package link. No, we don't need the NuGet package link. Okay, right. Whoops. Not the NuGet package. Startup class. Just copy paste this, it doesn't matter. Alter the startup class. Okay, cool. Get rid of rubbish. Fantastic. That. Cool. So. Rubbish configuration. So both versions of that have right. Build time design pattern. Build time builder pattern. Right, let's just get rid of this. This project, this is about, yeah, there you go. In your startup class or program, oops, CS or .NET 6 onwards, add a using statement for the OwaspHeaders.Core middleware, then in the configure method. Don't need any of that nonsense. You don't need to add the using statement. C-Hop. Excellent, excellent. There we go. C-Sharp. This will add the default configuration. The method is found here and it looks like this. Now, is that what it looks like? I don't think that's what it looks like anymore. That opens a terminal. Fantastic. Good to know. Okay. Still uses HSTS. Alright. Yep, it still does. Alright, fair enough. Let's just make sure that this code is correct. I don't think we need the XS protection. Double check. Paste that, and then we'll actually format it nicely. Fantastic. Go back here, because this is the thing we changed recently. Is it? Yeah, it is. Yeah, cool. Okay. Cool. In order to use a custom configuration, follow the same pattern, perhaps creating your own extension mesh that capture the custom configuration. Cool. Except XSS protection doesn't have that anymore, so we can get rid of that. That doesn't take anything in anymore, does it? SS protection. Fixing the config. Fantastic. Okay. Get rid of that. Cool. Configure it following manner. C# right, hang on. 3. How many? 2, okay. 3. Custom configuration. Cool. Get rid of the configuration in 2.1. Test it. Once you have to test the an example ASP.NET Core application with the installed is provided as part of this repo. You can either as such you can run the code sample directory. As such, you can run this sample application. You see the use. If you would run or you could install the NuGet install, apply, add a new middleware to an existing application and run through the following steps. Run the application and request one of the pages it serves and view the headers for the page. No. Okay. Cool. Yeah, it has a quick start guide. That links to that links to the main page. The headers that this adds the headers and default values that this middleware adds are covered in the. What I need to do is I need to pull this up so I can get the link for it. Google searching for it again. Get back in this. Headers.Core page. Oh, cool. Don't need to write it because it's right there in front of me. Go headers. Okay. Cool. Your headers. Blah blah blah. Detailing the listing and commenting on the default values that this middleware provides is out of scope for this Readme. Please note that you will read through the above your headers project in order to understand what these headers do and how they will affect the web browser and the effect something which leaves an affect, right? And the effect their presence will have on your applications when running in a web browser. Okay. Please note, this middleware does not support laser or web assembly applications. This is I'll stop. This is because setting up secure HTTP headers in a web context is a non-trivial task. Full stop. Have a look. Cool. I'm happy with that. Git commit rewritten 2 T's. Main git push. Yeah, right. Version bump as well. 0.5 is a major minor match. I'm happy with both of those. Whoops. Cool. Git status. It should just be those two. Git add. Git commit. Version bump. Git push. Sorry, I shouldn't have down the microphone there. Look at parent pull request. Rewritten readme, right? This requires some rationale thought to it. So, rationale for PR. This PR is a rewrite of the main repo readme. Represents the readme, the information included in the new readme is now more streamlined. Lays out how the user can get started with the project, with the NuGet package. Right, hang on. We need to make one more change, but we'll do that in a minute. And forms of the limitations of this package. I'm going to create the pull request, but then we're actually going to make one more change. Right. Tools, building. Excuse me. To build this. .NET the latest. An IDE. VS Code, Rider, or Studio. That's it. Cool. It's something I like to include in all of my readmes when I can, is which tools are required and which versions. Git git commit added section about tools required to build the cool. Git push. Fantastic. I can close that little window now. Go back here. Look, the requests built, so let's have a look. Because I've just created a new push, so it's on the push checkout. Good, excellent. So that's going to be finished any moment now. Yeah. Oh no, that was detail. gosh. Have I somehow been kicked off the internet, perhaps? I don't know. It's taking a while to load this page. Go back to here. Ooh, I have this feeling I've been disconnected from the web. No, I haven't. Alright, cool. Oh, do a refresh there. A refresh here. It's still doing that final step, and I wonder why. I think GitHub's got it. I'm just going to merge it by the time that it'll have finished. Let's go back here. I'm going to synchronize. GitHub is being very slow today. That's fine. I also need to rewrite this description, which I'll rewrite on both. I can't do it on this one, I don't think, but I can do it on this one. A collection of ASP.NET Core settings, blah blah blah. Cool, look at that. Release status is failing again. Not finished running, that's why. That's weird that it does that. It says it's failing, but it isn't actually failing. Right, I'm gonna ASP. That's right, ASP dot. Really? Start with HTTP. Yes. I'm not going to even bother with that. Just hit save. Cool. So that is now. If we go back to the original, this text is going to change when we get to the original. There we go. Hit a refresh on that one. The README is so much simpler. Tells you what you do, what you need to do, how it's going to work, where to go to learn more, how to set the configuration, and then how to test it, and then how to do the server heading. Fantastic. I'm really happy with that. So what we've done in the last hour and 13 minutes, we've taken the README, we discovered what we thought was a bug, investigated it to see if we could fix it. There wasn't a bug. We discovered why what we thought was a bug exists, documented it, which is down here at the bottom of the documentation. Here, this section here, we've documented what we thought was a bug but is actually not a bug. That's why we've put it in the README. That way if someone says, hey, there's this problem with the code, we can say actually it's not. It's documented in the README how to fix it because it's outside of the scope of this application. We've then written a README specifically for the NuGet package, which should now be updated to 6.4. It will be on 6.0.5 once we've finished. The README now is very, very, very simplified. It's like do this, do this, do this, do this. I put a semicolon there. If somebody wants to get a free PR, they can fix that if they want. So we've done that. We've rewritten the README in here to be much simplified, much more streamlined, much easier to read. If I refresh this, this should now tell me that okay, so this one is telling me that the release for this application, this repo of it, is failing because there isn't a release on this one. But I do need to change that. That's not a problem. We're already up to date. Cool. I'm happy with all of that. And like I said, the whole time we've been listening to the Chill Hop Beat Tapes Alum Iversum X Little Blue. Definitely recommend it. I've enjoyed it, and I hope you have too. Let me just double check that we haven't looped back to the beginning. No, we haven't. There's still another 2 tracks to go. I think what we've done is we've looped because I've heard this one already. So we've looped through this one. This is pretty cool. I think you'll agree that this album's really nice. So if you get a chance and you're interested in the music that's playing in the background, I won't get a kickback at all. This is just, I really like what Chill Hop do. Definitely go check out the Chill Hop folks. You can buy their entire discography of 291 albums of stuff like this for 145 euros. 291 over 145 is a really sweet deal. Definitely go check those out. Excellent. Right. In that case then, my friends, I'm going to call it a day and I will catch you later on. Thank you all for joining me. See you later.